Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 62 and our title for our project is Analyzing the Mechanical and Physical Properties and Simulation of Different Types of Bamboo using Stepproof Software. There are three of us in this group. First one is Muhammad Fitri Azrin, second one is Ahmad Musyari bin Ma'rufi, and last one Muhammad Syafiq Ikon bin Razlan. For background, Chapter 1. Bamboo, often known as ao or bamboo, is a tribe of flowering perennial plant. The bamboo tree structure is hollow and lacks xylem. Because of its unique rhizome-dependent system, the bamboo is one of the world's fastest growing plants. This plant is economically and uh, culturally significant in the East Asian, Southeast Asian, and South Asian region, where it is used as a building material, food sources, and multi-purpose raw material. Other than brick and cement, bamboo is a very good natural resources to utilize as a fundamental material in the construction of a building or facility since it is easy to locate, sturdy, sustainable, and has an aesthetic value for building. Next is the advantages of bamboo is it is lightweight, flexible, tough, high tensile, and cheap material. In this chapter, in this project, we investigate about mechanical and physical properties of various types of bamboo in Malaysia, which is Bambusa brumena, Bambusa vulgaris, Gigantoclaus socoticini, and Dendroclamus asper.
I'll present about the problem statement. So, in this era, buildings construction has evolved over time from the aspect of technologies, method, and materials. High demands on building materials is normal in this rapidly developing era, and common materials being used in construction are concrete, steel, tiles, and many more other materials that is really common in usage. Bamboo is quite cheap, and this can cut a lot of cost of construction. Despite it being cheap, researchers has done tests and experiments on many types of bamboo, and the result shows that bamboos have the potential to be a building material in structure scale. But how can we confirm it? So in this study, the StatPro software has come in this research to simulate the bamboo as a structure. This can be done by collecting enough information of bamboo that are needed for the StatPro, and the calculation will be made in the software to see how the bamboo acts as a structure. That's all for this part. Let's move on to the next presenter.
Okay, next, for the part research question, objectives and expert result. Okay, I will explain first about research question. For number one, for the research question is the results show the bamboo have the potential to be a building material as a structure, but how can it be confirmed? And number two is wood and tropic material is suitable to be used as a building structure. And lastly is what structure will be designed as a simulation for bamboo as material of construction. Okay, for the objectives from the report FIP, number one is to study and review on the physical and mechanical properties of different type of bamboo. Number two is to compare the different reaction of the simulation of the two bamboos. And lastly is analysis data of the type of bamboo in terms of physical and mechanical using StepPro software by designing and simulation bridge in the software. And lastly, for the expert result, number one is can determine the suitability and level of quality and strength of bamboo compared to other material. And lastly is can be widely used in the construction industry that can replace existing materials such as iron.
Next is Chapter 2. A literature review is a factual statement that supports a purpose or demonstrate that the theory employed is not fictitious. The highlight of this research are meant to assist members' comprehension while also providing a clear image of the topic to be researched. So for bamboo, bamboo is one of the oldest building material used by mankind. The bamboo have been made into an extended diversity of product ranging from domestic household product to industrial application. Example of bamboo product are food container, toy, furniture, flooring and more. In Asia, bamboo is quite common for bridge, scaffolding and housing, but it is usually a temporary exterior structural material. In many overly populated regions of the tropic, certain bamboo supply the one suitable material that is sufficiently cheap and plentiful to meet the extensive need for economical housing. Since it is abundant and cheap, bamboo should be used to its fullest extent. Second is StepPro. StepPro is an analysis and design software package for structural engineering. This manual is intended to guide users who are new to this software as well as experienced users who want specific information on the basic of using program. StatPro is a computer application for structural analysis and height design developed by Research Engineer International in Yorba Linda, California. It is used to solve complicated issues in mechanical structure, thermal processes, electrical field, magnetic and computational fluid dynamics. StatPro also can analyze any structure that is subjected to static loading, dynamic response, soil structure interaction, wind, earthquake and moving load. And last one is Warren Truss. In this study, we will use a Warren bridge that will be built using bamboo as the building material in StepPro software. The Warren Truss is highly efficient from developed by an obscure Belgian engineer named Neville and a British engineer named Francis Nash. The form has only diagonal member connecting the two chords with no vertical. So in this study, we will use Warren Truss as our structure to build a bridge using bamboo.
Okay, next. For the chapter 2 literature review part of physical properties, number 1 is density. The density of bamboo can be related to the microstructure of the skin, shape, and size of the basin. Based on the graph, show that bamboo bulbosa blumina is the highest density than other type of bamboo, and the lowest density bamboo is bambusa vulgaris basalta. Okay, next for the moisture content, uh, based on the graph, bamboo bulbosa blumina has the highest moisture content, which is uh, 94.5% than other type of bamboo. And the bamboo vulgaris basalta is the lowest moisture content, which is 16.1%. Uh, equi- Moisture content can define as the moisture content that is in equilibrium with the relative humidity and temperature of the surrounding air. Okay, next, from the physical properties, diameter and voltiness is included in physical properties. For the diameter, bamboo Dacrolamus aspera show that the most spectacular feature, which the largest cump diameter, which is 13.0, and largest wall thickness is 1.6, which is bamboo Dacrolamus aspera is too low, is the highest from the diameter and the wall thickness. The thickness of the stem will decrease from the bottom to the top of stem, and the bamboo stem will taper upward with a reduction in the diameter of the outer stem.
for the next part, I'll present about the literature review of mechanical properties. And for the first mechanical properties is the shear strength, with the highest value is 8.62 according to the graph. And this is from Gigantocloa Scotticini from the research paper of H. Nurul, Hisham, and Muhammad Abdulatif. The second highest is 7.82 megapascal from the type of Bambusa vulgaris. And for the next mechanical properties is the compression parallel to the grain. For the highest value of the compression to the grain from this graph is 74.61 megapascal, which is from the bamboo of the types Bambusa vulgaris. And for the second highest is from Gigantocloa Scotticini types, which is from which is both from the research paper of Dinia Waludin. It is also can be observed here that the value of uh, Dendrocalamus asper data from two different type of research paper has the value that is not far apart from each other. So for the next part is the tensile strength, and the tensile strength of the Dendrocalamus asper from Ali Reza Javadian is the highest value of among all, which is 303 megapascal, and the lowest value of tensile strength is 94.9 megapascal, which is from Babunsa Blumena from research paper Corina Salzer. So for the next mechanical properties is the modulus of rupture, or also known as the bending stress, which is the measurement of a specimen's strength before its rupture. So as the graph on the left, the modulus of rupture value that is the at the highest point is uh, Dendrocalamus asper with the value of 160.7677 megapascal, and the lowest value is Bambusa bluemina with the value of 34.60 megapascal. So for the next part is the Young modulus or modulus of elasticity, which is the relationship between stress and strain. The two types of the bamboo with the highest value is Bambusa vulgaris and Dendrocalamus asper with the value of 20 gigapascal and 21.51 gigapascal accordingly. So that is all from this part.
Chapter 3 Methodology. Methodology is the systematic theoretical analysis of the method applied to a field of study. It comprises the theoretical analysis of the body of method and principle associated with a branch of knowledge. So for our methodology, for our project, firstly, we get started by discussing our project with our supervisor and uh, decide for our final project. Second is literature study. We study about our project before we write our report. And the third one is journal review. For journal review, we collect a lot of journal and then we sorting all the data information from the journal. Then we choose two the two type of the best bamboo that can help us to make a bridge using a bamboo material. After that, modeling. Next is we modeling our structure by using Warren truss, using bamboo material for a bridge, and using a step pro software. After that, result and output. After we design our model and using Step Pro and using bamboo as our material, we get our result and the output of our bridge. That's all for our introduction for chapter 3.
Okay, next, for the chapter 3 methodology, data collection method is included in this part. Okay, for the data collection method is a stage in any area of study. At this stage, we plan about the project results and requirement, literature study, and schedule to get more information in this study. Uh, all the material are collected from journal, textbook, and research paper gathered from libraries and internet. Within the data collection period, we have found the study about the type of bamboo and in the internet and do some research about the project relate. Once we finish chapter 1, which is introduction, we try to find out about physical and mechanical properties and other material to finish the research that we are doing. Okay, while planning, we have done the research about the project relate, which means is include we should study about the bamboo, such as density, moisture content, wall thickness, and diameter. The study is not just for the function of the bamboo, but it's more of a construction that can be used at the moment.
So for this part is the data analysis part, and the first aspect is the designing the structure. StatPro is an a structural analysis software, so we need a design of a structure before we can do anything that involve the simulation. So after picking the structure, we can build the structure in the geometry part of the software, and thus the next process, which is the material properties process, will be done. So for the next part in this section, the materials properties of the bamboo that needed to do in order to do the simulation is as shown. As we can see in the left, there is the input location of the Step Pro software, and all the properties of the bamboo that will be needed is Young modulus, Poisson's ratio, density, thermal curve, critical damping, shear modulus, yield stress, tensile stress, yield strength ratio, tensile strength ratio, and also the compressive strength. So for the last part is the simulation or the output of the data analysis. From the figures and the screenshots on the left, we can see that the simulation has been done from the example of a bridge structure. Some of the example of the output that will be simulated in the Step Pro and also will be reported from the software is the reaction support, the displacement, which is the movement of uh, beam or nodes, the axial force, or also known as the end force of every beam, maximum shear force of every beam, maximum bending moments of every beam, and the beam combined stress. And it also has the simulation of the analysis by animated the video. From there, we can see the structure that we put in the software will act as it is an object, and it will show the displacement virtually from the animated video. There are also other output that can be get from the StatFlow simulation, and we can choose any of them by the option of reports. So that is all from me. Thank you.